Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Happy New Year. It is 2021 and welcome back to Self-Love TV. I am here tonight to leave a video, the first one of the year, and I'm a little excited for being here this year. This year we're gonna go a little harder, a little stronger. We're gonna talk a little deeper about love and what it means and how to develop that with ourselves. We're gonna delve in a little deeper than just the surface level. I think sometimes that we are afraid to really touch in on those things that really prevent us from truly understanding what it means to self-love. I mean, that word we throw around quite often, but I think when we really look at it, it's more than surface level. It's more than superficial things. It's more than presenting it to the world, more so than showing ourselves, because really self-love is just that. It's about loving self, and it's not about proving it to other people, showing it off to other people. When you truly are in that space of self-love, only person that needs to really know that is you. Now, if you want to share that with others, that's fine, but it's important that we really truly understand what that is, and that we're not just talking it, but we're walking it as well. So if you're interested in this video, please keep watching. Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to the new year. I am sitting here Friday night with a glass of wine. I actually already did a video for my other channel, so I'm on the roll. So I'm not sure what day you'll be viewing that. I'm trying to get it up sometime this weekend. But welcome back. Happy New Year. And as I stated, we're going to be digging in a little deeper this year. I am going to challenge myself to talk about some things that may make you uncomfortable, because I want you to be able to really think about it and to really go into self and to ask those hard questions of yourself, so that we can come out of this cloud of living superficial or presenting something to the world that we really don't feel. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, my life has really come full circle. And although I consider myself to have always been a pretty strong person, I feel that I can handle a lot of things. I've gone through a lot in my life, and I'm not saying minimizing anybody else's struggles or what they've been through, but on this ride to get here where I am right here with minimal support, I had to experience a lot. So in experiencing a lot, I lost a lot. I lost a lot, not only in material things, but also the loss of people. And I've hurt a lot. So I feel that I have a lot to share. I feel that I can actually share from the perspective of being a single woman as well as a married woman. The being that I have been married twice for a long time. These weren't short marriages. So I feel that I can contribute to those topics. And I would like to share that with women, so that we can really have an opportunity to look at ourselves and really learn what it means to love ourselves. So today, this topic I thought is really important, because this is something that's common, that happens quite a bit. And I titled this, "You Cannot Love Yourself If You Continue to Cycle in Unloving Situations." You cannot love yourself if you continue to cycle in unloving situations. And that may hurt some people. That may make you feel like, well, no, I can't because I'm married. No, I can't because I've been in a relationship with this person for 5 years. No, I can't because I have children. I just want you to think about it. There is no way for you to truly and fully love yourself if you're in unloving situations with others. If you're allowing unloving conditions to be around you, and unloving behavior for people to treat you certain ways. And that, as I stated, could be in any situation, from the most single person to the most married person. Being married doesn't necessarily mean that you're in a loving situation. Now, I will say this before I get started. I'm not a person that promotes divorce. Will never tell anybody that you need to leave your spouse. That's not my position. I'm here to talk about self-love. And oftentimes, we lose our identity when we get in certain relationships, whether it be with significant others or marriages, because we step in line and fall behind sometimes our partners. And we start wearing all these different hats that we forget about self. And we start neglecting self. And when we start neglecting self, guess what happens? We allow others to neglect us as well. We start putting ourselves last in every situation. And I'm going to tell you why I know this. Because I did it. I put myself last in every situation in my life. Now I will state this. I love my children more than anything in this world. More than anything in this world. And I would give my life for them. I give my life for them today. But I remember allowing everything about them to be at the forefront. And it didn't matter if I was hungry, if I didn't have certain things, they were the most important things, so they had to have. And with that pattern of practice, I took that in every relationship that I had. Every relationship that I had. With men and with my friendships. I've had friendships with women who took advantage of me. And you often think sometimes, I'm just talking about friendships right now. You often sometimes can think that you have a friend simply because that person will call you, because that person will do things for you, give you gifts, go have lunch or brunch or dinner with you, go to the club with you. If you're young, you're still doing that. Go have a drink with you. You think that that's a friend. Those superficial things are not what defines the friendships. Be down on your luck. Be on your sick bed. Then your friends will show up. That's how you know what you have. So when I had these ladies in my life who I thought were my friends, who were always just around at particular times. I didn't start to notice that until later in life. It was when they wanted to do this or that. And being a hotel manager, I had a lot of benefits. I helped people with hotels, rooms. I once gave one of my girlfriends a really good discount. She and her fiance were going to Bermuda for their honeymoon. Bermuda, guys. And I got her a room there, and it was around $39, $49 a night. And she stayed like 7 nights. And she was so ecstatic because I think it was like thousands of dollars for this resort. But because of my connections, I was able to do that. So when I remember her saying to me when I moved away, my hookup is leaving. My hookup is leaving. That's the best definition you could give to me, was that I was your hookup. Not my friend. Oh, my sister leaving. Oh, my friend is leaving me. My hookup is leaving. And when I left, guys, she barely had anything to do with me. She doesn't call. She had come to my city a number of times. Never picked up the phone. So it's important, guys, that you love yourself and you start noticing the signs when what you give to people that you don't receive back. And that's even with your spouses, with your boyfriends, your male friends, whatever you want to call them. I ain't modern. I still say boyfriends, but I know as grown women, we don't have boyfriend. Your man, your boo, whatever you want to call it. It's important that you allow that person to show you love. Don't be the person who's always running, making sure they have everything. Sometimes it's important for you to sit back and look at what you're receiving. Sometimes we can be so caught up in giving that we're not noticing that we don't receive love. And when you're in those type of situations, There's no way for you to love yourself because you don't know what it feels like to receive love. You're not giving yourself love if you're allowing people to be unloving toward you, that they're never prioritizing you in their lives and your position in their lives. I see it so often with my girlfriends who I really care about, but I've learned to step away from, giving them my opinion of certain things, because one thing about a woman and friendships, girlfriends, it's a touchy subject when you try to tell them something in regards to a lover, their man. Tread lightly on that. I once told a lady friend of mine that I was just very honest. I just told her that the guy was definitely not into her the way that she was into him. Wherever we went, if we went out of town, we had to go do all this shopping for him. I got to go find him these things. And she would get him the most expensive cigars. And, he loved brandy. And she would get these $80, $90 bottles of brandy. And just different, just making sure he had the finest of things. And then when her birthday would come around, he would simply give her a card. And this wasn't a lack of finances, guys. So it's totally not that situation. It was just the fact that this person was more of a convenience for him. She provided a need. Whenever he needed certain things, he was able to get them, but he was not reciprocating those things. And it came to a very terrible end where she was very devastated. So you have to recognize when you're not receiving what you're giving. And you have to make a decision. What's more important? Having this person in your life, or loving yourself and giving yourself that attention and that affection and compassion and sensitivity that you deserve to have. Sometimes you have to walk away from those types of relationships. Recognize them when they're coming to you. You have to recognize. Sometimes we get so caught up in shallowness. Oh, he's fine, girl. But what's inside of that shell? Because that's all it is. What's inside of that? There's no way for you to love yourself if you're always not being shown what you want to give to people. In 2021, I would hope, with everything that we have been through in 2020, that we have learned that it's important that we pay attention to our bodies, our minds, our spirit. It's important that we pay attention to those things and that they're as healthy as possible. And when you're not loving yourself, it does affect every area. Your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health. When you're not loving yourself, you cannot be healthy in those other areas. It breaks down the other areas. It is important that you pay attention to that. And stop making excuses for people who are unloving to you. Sometimes in my life I had to make decisions with people that I care about. But I could see that if I decided to go down that road in a relationship with them, that it wasn't going to be an equal playing field. It was going to be one of those 80-20s. And it was something that I wasn't willing to give. You want to, come around when it's convenient for you. You only want to do something with me when it's convenient for you, when it's a bigger benefit for you. And never selflessness. See, women, we're nurturers. And that's just something that we were born with, to want to give and to want to take care of. Nurture. that's a part of us. It's part of our makeup. And oftentimes we're not aware when we're not receiving it because we're so caught up in making sure everybody else is good. Who's checking for you? Who's making sure you're good? When you get to that area of your life where you truly understand that you are amazing and that you deserve what you give. You deserve what you give. Don't you know that? I deserve everything I give. So 2021 for me is going to be a year of living unapologetically, authentically. Not that I haven't been, but everything that happened in 2020 made me aware that it's important that I speak it loud and proud. And that if I lose people in my life because I love me and I'm not going to allow people to treat me unkindly, treat me disrespectfully, not try to give what I'm given, then I'll lose them. I have no problem with that. You cannot love yourself if you continue to cycle in unloving situations, no matter what it may be, relationships, the type of work you do. You know, everything that you do with your life affects you and how you feel about yourself, what you put up with. I hope that 2020 has taught us that, and that we will take care of ourselves, mind, body, and soul. And we will start with ourselves, because you cannot be anything for anybody if you're not it already for yourself. You can't give something that you don't have. You're not going to attract what you're not. If you don't love yourself, that's usually what you're going to get. You're going to attract people who are selfish, people that don't know how to give love. When you love yourself, you're going to attract people that are loving. That's a fact. I know a lot of people don't believe that, because you will attract people. Let me kind of tweak that a little bit. You will attract people who are not specifically loving themselves, but you'll recognize that. And you'll stop it at the door. You won't allow it. So let's pay attention to the people that we have in our lives, the things that we do with our lives, the places that we go with our lives. Let's make sure that it is things that's going to give us that positive surroundings, that love, that nurture that we want. Make sure we're taking care of ourselves, taking time out for ourselves, to make sure we're giving to our bodies and our minds so that we can be all that we can be. Don't always cancel for somebody else. If this was your day to do something for you, do it for you, so that you can be all that you can be in 2021. We're going to need to be. We're going to need to be this year. So guys, be aware, be vigilant, be safe, be prayerful in this new year. Love yourselves in this new year. Take time for yourself in this new year. Give to yourself in this new year. Work on yourself in this new year. We're not 100%, but we can certainly strive to be. So I want to thank you all for tuning in to Self-Love TV in the new year 2021. It's going to be a roller coaster ride, guys, but we can do it together. We're going to keep encouraging one another. So thank you for tuning in. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Hope you like what you see, so much so that you will want to subscribe. And for all the returning subscribers, thank you so much. I will see you all in the next video. Remember always, peace and love.